What is up, my friends? Delighted to say I'm joined by not just a friend of the channel, a good friend of mine and a gunner himself, Mr. Lee Gunner. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Listen, Merry Christmas to everyone. If you are celebrating, if you're not celebrating, just enjoy the downtime. Yeah, like the hustle and bustle can get everyone down, so just enjoy the family time. Football can get people down, and it got me down tonight. I'll tell you that much, mate. But yeah, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. And yeah, man, we're gonna get through this and dissect this game.
Do make sure you go over to Lee's channel, give it a sub. The link will be in the description of this video. He's a good friend of mine. We get on really well, and I wouldn't do a match reaction with anybody else around Arsenal for this game, but my man, Mr. Gunner. Lee, you're top of the table at Christmas, mate. How are you feeling?
Christmas champions back to back. Yeah, we've done a double. We've retained it. I'm a little bit frustrated. I can't lie. I predicted a draw when we did the preview
You
on my
did?
channel. I predicted 1-1, 2-2. The way we started the game was electric. Inside, 40 seconds, your goalkeeper's parrying one. Jesus deflected shot off the corner. We should have scored. We then did score. I think Alisson's got to look at himself there. He came off the line a little bit too quick. No need to come off the line. But however, good finish. And now I'm like, right, let's go. Yeah, but sitting here after 90 minutes, a few hours after the game's finished, or an hour and a half after it's finished, I'm just so disappointed because it was a carbon copy of last season, just a different scoreline. And it was like, as soon as Saka barged Simicast into your manager and he face planted the grass, yeah, the game turned again. And it was like, come on, man, why do we always do this? But all it showed for me, Craig, is two teams that have drawn 10 games between them this season. And that's why we're not going to win the league. Yeah, we're not ruthless enough, either team this season in front of goal, hence why we've had so many draws. And Man City must be laughing. Yeah, they're the real winners this game week. Yeah, Aston Villa drew. We've both drawn. Yes, we're top. Cool, you're 1 point behind. Fantastic. And we've both been very good at times. However, Man City have got a game in hand. They're 6 points behind. And we have to go to their ground. You're dropping points in terms of 6 draws. It was two teams that have shown me in the last 2 games, today against each other, and then your game against United and our game against Brighton, that we're not clinical enough, man. Too many touches in and around the penalty box, too many players that are, like, I don't know, over trying or just not good enough right now, not in form. Martinelli was awful today. Diaz was awful for you. Yeah, ironically, as much as I was cussing Salah for about a minute in the lead up, yeah, he then goes and scores a minute later. And it's like typical. But yeah, you bossed us in midfield at times. Two teams that, like I said, did have a go. Yeah, we'll both try and have a go. We did have a go. We weren't clinical enough either team. You had the breakaway and Trent should have buried that. But ultimately, our defender got man of the match, and that kind of tells you where we're at.
So I want two things I want to get your thoughts on, and I'll leave the penalty incident for a little while. I want to get your thoughts as an Arsenal fan on the performance of Wataru Endo today in that Liverpool midfield. And on Diaz, I couldn't agree more with you, mate. And all the Liverpool fans will agree with you. He wasn't at the races at all today, just simply not there. But I thought Endo was amazing for us. I was brilliant in midfield today.
He grew into the game. Yeah, the longer the game went, I think the first 5-10 minutes, like, he was kind of like, oh, what's going on here? People are just running past me. Yeah, but then as soon as he sorted himself out, our captain disappeared, mate. Yeah, like 29 disappeared. I didn't really see much of either of them two. Our captain was sat on the floor most of the game. At one point, he's wiping out Zinchenko, and that's why you had a 5-on-1. Yeah, and that was funny as well, because I was like, they're literally clean through. It reminded me of when I was at Anfield for the game, and
We
Bellerin
spoke about that as well. Yeah, we spoke about it.
and I was thinking, oh my days, they're literally clean through. But then out of nowhere, Declan Rice appeared on the screen. Yeah, I was like, where's he come from? But yeah, Endo, I thought he was one of your better players today. I thought he was really good. I thought Salah was all right as well. I thought he was really good today. He got his goal. Criminal. Yeah, not just from Zinchenko, but the ball over. I think it was Trent that put the ball over. Gabriel Magalhaes can see that whole picture unfold as he's watching a 70-yard ball go over. He knows Zinchenko's not very good defensively. You've got to go and close that angle down. So if he does take a shot, you're blocking it, or he has to take a drop of the shoulder, and then the goalkeeper, like, near post. Like, come on. Like, I'm not going to necessarily put so much blame on him, but Zinchenko, that is disgusting. Yeah, and he was awful today. The amount of times he was out of position, the amount of times he was 12, 15 yards from Salah, didn't even look over his shoulder. Yeah, and Endo, I think, listen, he can probably be disappointed he didn't get man of the match today. Yeah, the only reason
£16.5 million. Not he's grown into this position. I don't think he's the long-term solution, but I thought he was all right, today in
he's another
midfield.
Milner, isn't he? He's a workhorse. Yeah, he's another guy that will get up and down. He's got the engine. Yeah, he'll get stuck in. Yeah, he goes under the radar because you've got so many other players that are the superstars, the fan favourites. And you need players like that, that are going to do a job. And he did a job, because watching Odegaard today was like watching Mesut Ozil when I've been to Anfield. Yeah, we know he's got talent. We know he's good, and he showed some very good moments today, Odegaard. However, when you really need a player to grab hold of the ball and say, we're winning this game, where was he? Yeah, in the back pocket of Endo. Yeah, I thought Trent grew into the game. Yeah, I thought he played all right. Yeah, there was moments where I was like, he's spanking free kicks into the first man. But I thought he did all right in the end. Yeah, he should have scored. Yeah, he should have scored. Salah did all right today. Yeah, I thought Gomez, when he came on, played pretty well. Yeah, but I think both teams can sit there and be disappointed in a draw, because both teams were there for the taking.
Do you know what, though? I was screaming this with 10 minutes to go. Both teams settled for that draw at 80 minutes. The game just went dead. It got to the point, I think, where people were like, don't make a mistake. Don't take any chances. And it really just felt like the game from 80 minutes on, everybody was just playing within themselves and nobody wanted to go win it. That's how I looked at it from my side. I don't know if you were the same at yours.
Yeah, mate, we said this on the preview. Like, they'll both have a go. Yeah, but they'll have a go with caution. Yeah, and it was like, right, we've had a two and a throw. We've hit the bar. Yeah, they've missed a couple. We had the chance with Saka clean through. Yeah, tripped over. Your goalkeeper parried it. Martinelli should have scored. Yeah, we had the chance with Jesus. Yeah, in the first couple of minutes and off the corner. Yeah, we've had other chances where we're on a breakaway. Yeah, and we played the ball behind the player, or Saka's whipping a ball into the box and our striker's nowhere to be seen. It's like, I don't know. It was a bit of a chess match at times. Yeah, but like I said a minute ago, like, all that says to me is that that's two teams that are not clinical enough to win the title. Yeah, it's not like, listen, you've dropped 6 draws already. We've dropped 4. I know Man City have dropped 4 draws as well, right? But 6 draws. If you converted 3 of them into wins, you got another 6 points. Yeah, all of a sudden you're 11 ahead of City. Yeah, if we dropped 3 of our 4 draws into wins, we're 12 clear of City. Yes, they'll have a game in hand, but all of a sudden, they're out of the race because they ain't coming back from 12. Yeah, they might come back from 9 or 8, but now this is the problem. It's like, and Man City, they must be sitting there smiling. They've just won another trophy. They haven't played, and all the teams that are above them have all dropped points. Yeah, and it's like, I said to you on the preview as well, whichever team goes out there and has the best January, or from now to January in terms of league games, and then the best January in terms of transfer activity, probably goes and wins the title. And I still sadly think it's them.
So, simple question for you, dude. Explain the handball rule to me, because I don't seem to know what it means anymore, Lee. I don't know what it means defensively, offensively, different parts of the pitch, and I don't know what the lads in Stockley Park do half the time. Look, it didn't cause the result of the game to change today. I feel we were hard done by. I feel on the balance of play, it draws more than a fair result. But I mean, tell me if you're in my position now, you're not fuming about that incident, shall we say, with Odegaard.
If it was the other end, but we're all hypocrites, Craig. Football fans are hypocrites. If that's the other end, I'm screaming pen, nailed on pen, it's robbery, like whatever. But I said to you backstage before we started, I can see why it wasn't given. Odegaard's gone to plant his right foot, he's slipped. And when you slip, your natural reaction is to put your hands down on the ground. Unfortunately for him, the ball's hit his arm. And then he's spun around in a circle and spun the ball around with him. I could see why it'd be given. And if it was given, I couldn't argue it. Yeah, but I could see why it wasn't given as well. But at the same time, if that's in the middle of the park or at the other end in your penalty box, it's a free kick.
As I said to you, if Odegaard was in the opposition penalty area, did that, turned and buried it, we know it's no goal. I just find it very odd that we seem to have a different handball rule depending on what part of the pitch we're in. It's very frustrating, and a rule that we used to think was fairly simple has been overly complicated to the point where even the pundits don't seem to know what a handball is anymore.
That's football in general, though. Like, football's overcomplicated. I mean, look how long it took them to decide whether Gabriel was onside.
I could see that very first look across that line. You could see he was just on.
Yeah, his knee was keeping him on. You could see that. Yeah, it's like, it's great. Do you know what winds me up with VAR as well? It's like when they jog over, yeah, you know they're going to go against a decision that was originally made, or there was no decision, blah, blah. Why don't the guy in Stockley Park just say to him in the earpiece, no need to check it, bang, it's a penalty, or bang, it's a goal. Yeah, he's onside, whatever. They don't need to go and jog over, because you know they're going to go the opposite way of where they went. So why waste an extra 3 or 4 minutes? Just tell them, yep, goal. Yeah, that's a pen. Yeah, there's no need for that 3 minutes and the ref looking at it, but they're doing it because they want the ref to still be the guy in charge rather than them managing the game. Whereas the whole point of technology was so that the ref can't see everything on the pitch. Let's be real, he can't. Yeah, they're going to make mistakes. They're humans, and the game's 100 mile an hour. You've got the technology. Stop wasting everyone's time, mate. Like, just tell them you've messed up there in a polite way. Yeah, you got that one wrong. Yeah, that's a penalty. No need to go and waste 3 minutes looking at a camera to then go, yeah, it's a penalty. Like, come on, it's pathetic.
You've got to be optimistic at this point, mate. You're top of the league at Christmas. You are looking different animal to last year, and we spoke about the Declan Rice factor being a huge part of that. The dude's awesome. He just is. Yeah. Surely you think you've got to believe that with the right addition or two, you could be right there again at the end of the season. And I feel the same with my team, by the way. I don't even feel like we've played particularly well at points this season, and we're still somehow second in a title race. We spoke about this January, both from the point of view of the fixtures, but more importantly from the transfer window. Whoever shows the balls to go in here and act, I think goes and wins that league title.
I agree. Right, listen, I'm fairly confident, but Craig, we were 8 points clear last season.
Yeah. But you're a different team. You are.
We're better defensively. Yeah, Declan Rice has been massive for us. Like, what a player. Yeah, what a player. Yeah, and he's been really good, but he's also so clever off the ball. Yeah, it's not just when he's on the ball. You know, he's clever off the ball. I mean, look at how he came in the screen. You're thinking 5 Liverpool players. It was like the Red Arrows. They're all running through, and out of nowhere, he's there. It's like, well, come on. Yeah, but Saliba and Gabriel, yeah, they're the best centre-back partnership in the league this season so far. Yeah, and between all 3 of them, they barely get booked. I think they've all had 1 yellow each. Yeah, and Saliba's was a joke of a yellow card. Never touched him. But if any of them 3 get injured, the drop-off is crazy. And that is why we need to strengthen. We need another centre-back. Yeah, I'd take Anderson from Palace. Yeah, I think he could be a good addition. I'd take Paulinho in a heartbeat. I don't want Douglas Luiz. Paulinho for me. And then we need
Villa value Douglas Luiz at 100 million.
Mate, this is modern football. You don't even need to be good anymore, and you're getting 50, 60 grand a week. Like, mate, some of these ex-players must sit there. This is why they do punditry and that, because they need the money. They must sit there and think, how's he nicking 100 grand a week? Yeah, and I was getting paid 10. Yeah, and I'm miles clear of him, and I've won everything. Like,
and I've no knees left because I was kicked to bits.
Yeah, I've got no knees. My ankles are shot. Yeah, I've got sciatica. Like, I've got arthritis everywhere. But no, I am fairly confident. But I've been stung so many times. Like 2008, 2007-8, 2013-14, the season Leicester won the league. Last season, and it's like, and we never do what's required in January in any of them seasons. And if we had, we probably would have won a few more. But we need to go and do the big money. Get Ivan Toney in. I think he'll be a game changer. Get a decent midfielder. If we take Douglas Luiz, cool, but you have to get Ivan Toney. Yeah, and then go and get me another defender, because if Gabriel Magalhaes or Saliba are injured, Kivior is coming in. That ain't good enough.
Well, I tell you what, Mike, the good news is we'll have a couple more of these battles coming up pretty soon, because we lock horns again very soon with yourselves in the FA Cup and, of course, in the league. And look, I got to say, I've got nothing but respect for you and for Arsenal as a football club, for your supporters. Unlike them blue lot, I've no respect for. But you boys, if we lose a league title race and it's to you, I'll be the first one on there to congratulate you, because you're a good club, good fans, good manager, good players. But most importantly, sir, you're one of the real ones in this industry, and there isn't many. And I'm proud to call you as a mate. You're like me, you're outspoken, you're a bit of a lunatic. Sometimes you say stuff that gets us in a bit of trouble, but you've been a good friend to me, and I appreciate that. And I wish you and your family a Merry Christmas.
You're a gentleman, man. Big up. Likewise. Yeah, right back at you, mate. Listen, you've shown me mad love. Yeah, listen, you don't have to. You're way gone in terms of levels, in terms of followers, subs, and all of that, views. Yeah, and you've always shown me love, man. Yeah, and I appreciate that. And listen, same to you. Yeah, if Liverpool win the title, fair play to you. Yeah, I'm on loan to Man City, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
I'd get back as quick as I could, mate, if I were you. I'd get back to the Arsenal side.
But listen, honestly, all jokes aside, Merry Christmas to you and your family, man. Yeah, all the best in 24 as well. Yeah, that million's coming real soon. Trust me.
Appreciate that, my man. And look, I'm sure we'll talk before the FA Cup game as well and afterwards. But look, don't forget, go over to Lee's channel, drop him a sub. He's one of the reals in our industry. The link will be in the description. We'll catch up with you soon. Much love, my friends. Merry Christmas.